Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel, and today we are here for another pen review. This time I am reviewing a pen that I received from Kaweco, and this is the other Kaweco Collection pen for 2022. At least the ones that come for spring of 2022. So this is the Kaweco collection. Thank you, Kaweco, for sending me this pen for review, and let me show you the packaging. So it comes inside a metal tin box, and the metal tin box comes also inside this green sleeve. Green sleeve says Kaweco Collection, so we know this is one of these special edition pens. It has the contacts there, and in the other side it has the kind of the regular look with Kaweco logo, but not with the Kaweco Collection. So that's it. You take these out and you have this metal tin that is also kind of a nightmare to light in photos because it is very shiny, and it is the silver one, and I think this one is really beautiful, but that's something that I like even for photos because it's nice like this, and even like this. It looks really nice and shiny. I really like them, but we are not here to talk about packaging. We open these, and inside we will have the pen. We will also have, but I don't know where I put it, sorry. I forgot it for this video. We also have inside that little black leaflet with the information of the brand and the user instructions, and also a black Kaweco sticker with the logo, but I forgot to bring it here. So the pen comes inside that plastic sleeve, and it is this. This is the Kaweco Collection in Liliput Green. So what I have here is a Kaweco Liliput, a regular one made of aluminium, so it's really a light pen, and it is green in a special color, and you'll see there the Kaweco logo on top. So this is it. The Kaweco Liliput is, so it is called Kaweco Collection, but Kaweco Collection pens may be based in several designs. So far we have based on the Liliput, we have it based on the Sport. This is nice, but too hard to show. Let me bring here this one. We can have it based on the Kaweco Sport, and we can also have it based on the Kaweco Special. So far these models were made. I wonder if one day there will come a Kaweco Supra, or a student as a part of these Kaweco Collection series, but that's what we'll see in the future. So let me take this out of the way. So this is Kaweco Liliput, a very small pen, kind of a pocket pen, which is inspired in a vintage pen, which was an eyedropper from, I'm not really sure when, but I think very early years of the 20th century. So the pen basically has a cigar shape, so cylindrical with rounded top and bottom. In the top it has Kaweco printed in white over the green background. On the side of the top of the cap it says Kaweco Collection. Let me find another pen here. This is the Kaweco Liliput in silver, which means it is aluminium, which is not anodized with anything else. And you can see there, I'm not sure if it is focused. One says Kaweco Collection and the other says Kaweco only and made in Germany. So there are some differences between them. I also have here a steel one, so sorry about it. Let me just take the clip off, and this one says also Kaweco and Liliput Germany. So both say Kaweco Liliput Germany, but this one says Kaweco Collection because the name of the model is no longer that important. Let me put the clip back in, this one, or back on. Now I'm not sure if this is aligned. Sorry about this interruption, this clipless interruption. And now let's go back. So the pen is very simple in this way. On the bottom it doesn't have any logo, it has threads to post, and it has this step between the cap and the barrel. You unscrew the pen. Let me see how many turns. You have the pen like that, so 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns to uncap. Then to write with it, the pen is too small. It has a very short and slim section, but that's not really the problem. The problem is that the pen is too short, so you need to post it to be able to write with it. So let's see how many turns. If you put it like this, so 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, and more than 3 turns and a half to post. So this is one characteristic that some people don't like that much, because if you are just trying to write a short and quick note, this pen is not that good because you need to screw it a lot to get it properly posted. Of course, if you are really in a hurry, you can just do this and write with it like this, but it's not that safe, but it's long enough to write with it. But so it's ready to use. Unlike the sport model that you just unscrew and you just post like this, I would say this is a pen for quick notes, pocket pen for quick notes, and this is a pocket pen for longer writing. However, it may not be comfortable for everyone because it is so slim. So you unscrew this, you have the metal, the steel nib. This one is a medium nib, which has the Kaweco logo on the feed and the Kaweco logo here on the nib. You unscrew the section, this one squeaks a little bit, and you have the cartridge inside. It will only take short international cartridges or the short bulb filler Kaweco converter. The nib unit unscrews, so you can, let me go here to this one because it isn't inked, so it is like this, and you can get here and you can just, oops, I'm unscrewing you can do that and you just unscrew the nib unit, so you can just replace it with any other Kaweco nib unit of the number 5 nibs that you may want to put inside. So it's very simple. Overall, the pen has 4 main parts. Oops, not this cap. It has 4 main parts, which are 3 metal parts, cap, barrel section, and then the nib unit that goes inside. I would say the pen is quite well made. It has very specific characteristics, so it may not be for everyone. I want to show you this Kaweco Collection Liliput Green next to the other Kaweco Collection pens that were already released. I have here the iridescent pearl, which I reviewed. I reviewed all these. Let's go for. They are in order of release. This is the Kaweco Collection Cyan, Kaweco Collection Dark Olive, Kaweco Collection Vibrant Violet, but this is a AL Sport, so it is a metal pen instead of plastic. We have the special Kaweco Collection Special Red, and finally, the first one, we have the Kaweco Collection Light Lavender, which is a very light lavender color. So this is the Kaweco Collection range, which means it is limited for a specific year, but it is worldwide available. So that characteristic is very nice, because you don't need to try to find it from a very far away retailer that is the only one who sells these pens. This Kaweco Liliput comes in the middle of a collection of Kaweco Liliputs. I have a few, I don't have many. I have some that were sent to me by Kaweco, and I have two that I bought on used and quite cheaply. So this is the Collection Liliput Green. This is the silver, which means it is aluminium, not silver. There is a black one, which is aluminium with black. There was a pink one. There was a purple that I don't have. I think there was a titanium one, but you don't see it easily. I think it was a very limited run. This is the brass waves. There is also a simple brass with no waves. There is the steel. You can put or take the clips, as I showed you. And there is a fire blue steel, which means it's this pen that has been treated with fire, so it gets a different color. And this is the copper version. So these are really nice, and when we look at them, we feel compelled to collect them all. But as I told you, there are colors that are very hard to find. Those older pink and purple colors are very hard, and the titanium one, I think it was really a very limited run, so it's no longer available anywhere. About the size comparison, this is a pocket pen. Let me bring again a Kaweco Sport in a green one, so you can see it is shorter and much slimmer. It has the same nib. I have here a Parker Centennial Dual Fold. This is the olive check, and I have here a Lamy Safari Savannah Green. So this is the size comparison. Now let me compare the pens when they are ready to write. This is the Lamy Safari. This is the Parker Dual Fold, which in my opinion they are not meant to be used posted. The Kaweco Sport, which is meant to be used posted, which gets to be the same size or even a little bit bigger than a Parker Centennial Dual Fold. And then the Kaweco Liliput, that will be here. So you can see that the Kaweco Liliput is not that much shorter than a Kaweco Sport, but it is slimmer, and so, but it has the same size nib, so it looks a little bit, I think the proportions are really nice, but it looks smaller. About this pen, of course, when you have the caps, these threads are very well made. I don't think there will be a problem. However, you are talking about green and anodized aluminum rubbing against itself when you're posting, so I'm not, or when you're capping, I'm not sure how long this will last, and I'm being very honest about that, because I don't really know. I don't have any of the other black or other colored Kaweco Liliput. The other ones that I have are those which are made of really metal with no special coating, so it's hard for me to say how it will compare. About the colors comparisons, okay, we have here the Savannah and the dark olive, and it's really a nice, interesting color. For the Kaweco fans out there, for a better color comparison, let me compare with other green Kaweco pens. So we have here the Kaweco Collection Dark Olive. This is the Liliput, of course. I have here the Classic Sport Green, which is really different and darker shade of green. I have here the June Bride Something Blue, which is more on the blue side, as you may see, but I thought it was important to bring it here. We have the Kaweco AEL Sport Paladin Evergreen, which is darker than this one. And finally, we have the Kaweco AC Sport Green. And if I have to compare any of those, I would say this is the most similar. I'm not sure if these colors will be the same, I don't think so, but sometimes it's hard to compare the ones which have this satin finish, like the AC Sport, with the other ones that have this shiny, so the matte finish with the glossy one. Sometimes the same color looks a little different. So this is the color comparison with other Kaweco pens. This pen will sell for, so it comes inside that with a cartridge inside, a blue royal blue ink cartridge, and it will be sold for around 50 euros, which is a similar price to the other aluminium Kaweco Liliput pens, and the other two are this one, the silver colored, and also the black. Now let's see how this one will perform on paper. And so here we have our pen and paper, and let's start by uncapping. Post. You can see I'm not really able to post it with the left hand. I don't know why. I need to use my right hand. So in the end, I find it quite comfortable. I wish it was heavier. I prefer the copper or the steel versions because they are heavier. Okay, now let's see how the pen performs on paper. So this is it was uncapped, so it skipped a little bit now, but it's not pen's fault. I was showing the pen for a long time uncapped, so it was my fault. One thing I find about, sorry to go back again, about Kaweco Liliputs, I cannot show you perfectly inside, but there is this pen, the way it is made, it really makes a perfect seal. It doesn't, it never dries. That's my opinion, both with this and the other. This one sometimes stays for almost 1 month without writing. It's always with me, but on my backpack, but sometimes I don't use it. It's just there, and I use it on my pens for the month videos, and sometimes I use it in 1 month and then I use it again only in the video next month, and it still works. It never skips, so it doesn't dry when kept, and it is amazing. So this is but when they are unkept, they tend to fail. This is the Kaweco Collection, it's not focusing, Collection Liliput Green with a medium steel nib. The ink that I am using is Kaweco Palm Green. I like to hold the pen a little higher, sometimes on the threads. The threads may seem a little bit on the sharper side, but they don't really hurt your fingers, and I prefer to hold pens sometimes where I find some kind of different texture. So I tend to use the pen like this, not on the section a little bit higher. The paper that I'm using is the usual Rhodia pad. Now, about the writing, what do I have to say? I have to say that this medium nib writes really well. And it is quite wet, which is very, very nice. This is something that I notice on Kaweco nibs is that the extra fines are really fine and dry. The fines, I would say they are fine and dry. I would say the medium is not much wider than the fine, but it is much wetter. And then you have the broad and the double broad, but those are not my favorites. So I can really live well with both F and M, and I find the F and M to be quite close in regarding the line width, but with different ink flows, and I find that the medium really has a heavier ink flow. About the line variation, this is with no pressure, this is with some pressure. So in this nib, if you press it hard, you can have a little bit line variation, but you really need to press hard. And I really don't want to destroy the nib, so I don't think it makes any sense. About reverse writing, that's that kind of crazy thing that some people like to do. I don't like it, and I don't find it a good solution for these nibs. It doesn't work well. It skips it. It's just not nice to do. So I will just write a little longer. I guess you know how the nib behaves. You'll just see a longer writing sample, and that's it. So another part of my favorite book. So again, this is my handwriting, which is quite ugly, and I have to admit that I'm not trying to change it or improve it. This is how I usually write. This is written in Portuguese, so maybe you don't understand, but I think this is quite good, so you can see the line is very consistent. It is a wet pen, it writes well, it doesn't skip unless you keep it unkept for a long time. Otherwise, I think this is really a nice pen that lays down a good amount of ink. And about the color, it is a very beautiful color for spring. I really like this color. If this will be my favorite Kaweco, or my favorite Kaweco Liliput, I would say that regarding its color, I think it's maybe the nicest one they ever made. In terms of weight, as I told you, I prefer the heavier ones like the copper or the steel one. So this was my review on the Kaweco Liliput. I have to thank you all, Kaweco, and all the viewers that keep watching my videos. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you have nice, safe times, and we'll meet again soon here on the channel. Bye.